In this Supreme Commander replay review, you will see an unexpected nuke rush on a 7v7. Yes, you have it right, Canis again. We love this map, don't we? And the question is, will that be the end? Well, keep watching to find out. My name is Kenosis, and before I introduce the players, please take a little moment to subscribe and hit the bell so that you won't miss any content. Let me begin with Team 1 over here. This is Team 2, and I'll start with the player named Resistance. He's burgundy red and Cybran, and already nicely underway with constructing his base. Then the Eric player, sorry if I get the gender wrong, but I think it's a she, because Erica sounds like female, so it's purple, and she's going Seraphim. And we have what is it, guys? Well, I can't pronounce that without consonants. It's absolutely terrible. WQDSSDSA. Let's just call him W. I think that will work. It's dark blue and Cybran, and his name is, well, WQ. So WQ, welcome for playing with us. Let's go to the next guy. His name is Lazy Avina. He is grey and UEF and already busy with his hydro thingy. Then we're going on to Google. I hope he's not being evil, but well, anyway, he's Cybran and going pink. Let's go to the last player for Team 1 today. It's Thalia going Aeon and light blue. And then the other side, it's Nihilim, it's Aeon, and what is it, grayish or dark bluish, and he's, well, that color. The highest rated player for today is already walking front. He's Cybran, it's yellow, and his name is Tasik. The second front player for Team 2, his name is XNGX. To white and going UEF. And we have not hype, not hip, not hype, I think, as going Aeon. He's pink and already has 4 land factories up. And the last player for Team 2, already walking front, is Nova 795 going green, and well, this is Seraphim, so I think that's it. So let's see what the players are doing concerning second and fourth kind of factories. The air player just has his second factory, the air factory up. Some engineers streaming here is the good tactic. Most players do this. Some send their commander here to defend, to reclaim and defend from any intrusions or early game raids. So Resistance is starting 3 land factories here. Nice these differences, because this player, oh wait, no, this player has those factories in his base. Now I'm wondering if this guy also did that. No, he only has 2 land factories. So Resistance Mirror, Nova, just has 1 land factory here, and he's going to start 1 more here. No ring around this mass extractor as Resistance is doing. Oh wait, he cancelled the second one and now he makes it again on the commentator's curse, as Gal likes to refer to it. Well, he's absolutely right. Okay, so W has 5 land factories in his base. His Mirror Nihilim has 1 land factory and a second is an air factory. I think trying to, well, make bombers and maybe some transports for dropping engineers somewhere. Some shots already being exchanged for some time between tanks and commanders here and there. Google is going to kill. No, it's not going to kill. Oh my goodness, I thought this was the guy from the other team. But of course, this is a 6v6, so normally you have 5 players here. I think it's cool. A 6 player here. And what you see now is that with the 5 versus 5 maps, you always see some kind of gap over here because the player who's on the right is always, the eco player is already going here with the commander. Obviously, eco players from both sides are now plugging the hole here. So they are trying to get as far as possible into the base over here. Hybe is going gun. That's what's Google gonna do too. Thalia is going T2. Nova is on a gun. Resistance is going T2, and Heya doesn't have a upgrade yet. Legiovina is actually going Nano, and NG doesn't have an upgrade either. Take a little look at the building QEs. It's just tanks, some scouts, some arty. No engineers, as it seems. He's being arrested though with resistance bombers. They don't have any T1 air, except for Nova, but he's busy with keeping his air over here, and now he's sending them in. So that has cost some T1 units, I think. It was worth building them. Now Nova takes care of it. So Stasik and Nova now both pushing this hillock. Google still on its gun upgrade, almost finished it. Stasik doesn't have an upgrade though. Nova does. Then again, Thalia doesn't have an upgrade also, so it's equal here. Hybe now under attack from 2 T2 Cerberus turrets from W. NG is sending his army in, his spam. Let's have a little look-see how this is going to turn out. Not Hybe on double gun actually, has to retreat. He's trying to make as much use of the range he has on his commander. The fervors for Hybe are sending in those arty shells. It's hitting the point defenses now, at least one. A transport for Nova is just flying right over. Well, there's no AA, so why shouldn't he? No air for resistance or the other team. It's like Legiovina now has spotted the drop. Sends in two interceptors to intercept. One gets killed by Nova's interceptors, and he actually makes... Oh man. Either he saw it very well that there was no AA here, or this is just lucky. I mean, but hilarious drop. Gets killed though by a bomber from resistance, so no kills. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong actually. But what is this? Ah, these were engineers. The tanks are still alive, sadly for Google. But then a little bomb hits 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks. One goes down, 3 live. It's just like the little pigs. I'm not sure if the little pig story went that way, but well, maybe a horror story. Horror kind of version of it. Anyways, the little piggies still die from Jester's fire. W is either come from the middle base or No wait, he has fallen back, so he was under attack from Hype's commander. Actually, so Hype, he made it. They breached the base together with T1 army from NG, and Resistance now has to run with these overwhelming T1 spam kind of thingies. Sends in his Justice though on Hype's commander, and 1500 health left. He's hitting 1000, even going under it, no air whatsoever. Oh man, and he's down. The first kill goes to Resistance, killed by Justice, and Hype is on the receiving end of that. First kill today, minute 10. So he pushed very well, killed the base, but W comes out unscathed. He had to leave his base. Yeah, quite some mess here. But Hype doesn't. He should have been more careful, I guess, or they should have had more T1 interceptors. On the other side, almost the same thing is happening. No position here. This position is in danger now. Actually, it's overwhelmed. It's gone. An army of 3 marching in here. Nova is trying to delay the attack by building T2 point defenses. He has 1 point defense here. Gets overrun from by the army of Thalia. He just retreats, trying to get them into this little tunnel here. Maybe he makes a little more chance, just like the 300, what is it? 300 Spartans. I don't know if you ever seen the movie. You know, this is kind of the same way. The smaller a tunnel is, the better you can defend it. That's what's happening. They have to retreat. No surrounding of commanders happening today here. So let's see how the air players are doing. Here we got Bones. 1800 is building SF already, so 2 T2 pigeons, 1 T3 pigeon, and is reducing ASF with quite some support. He should have an army of dangerous ASF in no time. Let's see how Statsec is doing. He's taking his late teammate's base. He has sacked up all the nice mass that was found here. He doesn't have much adjacency for his T3 air factory though. Only 1 T2 power generator, and he has built a T3 pigeon over here, building another T3 generator. So that's costing him minus 1200 energy. Let's look at the energy levels that Erika holds. It's minus 700, so that's a difference of 500 energy here. I mean, that's that's expensive. It's a T2 power generator, actually. So if he would have built these things adjacent to the factory, that would have, I think, costed a whole T2 power generator of mass less than that he should have built. Then again, well, it doesn't fit here, does it? So I get why he did it. Another reason, maybe he had so much mass, not sure if he was even able to spend it. Well, now he can, but maybe he thought, well, I have so much mass, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to place it here. Now he builds a second T3 air factory adjacent to the 2 T3 pigeons. It's interesting to analyze the choices that players make like this. Anyway, Stasek is sitting on 8 ASF. Erica, I don't see her ASF. What is it? 2, 1? Actually, I thought she had more. So here it is. It's also 8. So they're going neck and neck. But when we're speaking about mass, it's Stasek who absolutely comes on top. Then the team totals at mass, it's team 1 who's ahead. So it's kind of which perspective you look at it. Some nice T1 spam and commander fights going down on the land bridge here. Nilahilim is fighting with Google. Damn, I mean, how many companies didn't fight Google? And now it's Nilahilim. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Okay, Angie is on, what is it, 8k. And Lazy Avina trying to shoot him until he doesn't have any left, together with, what is it, Gatling bots. Zooms in on his commander, but Lazy Avina's losing himself. It's a 3-fatted commander though, so he has more damage. NG also doesn't have guns, still he's losing much HP Lazy Avina, and that's because of the T1 spam here. There he goes, Lazy Avina, defeated by NG and the army of Heya. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I think I actually forgot this player to introduce him. I did, didn't I? I'm so used to playing on the 5 versus 5 map. I think I introduced Thalia, but guys, for the record, Heya, sorry man, I forgot ya. Heya, I forgot ya. That rhymes. But here he is. Absolutely light green. T2 on his commander, echoing like crazy. Or is he? He's well, yeah, he is. I think he's at the top of Team 2. He has been, well, harassing Resistance a little bit. Resistance has been doing the same with his what is it, TML? What did I saw flying over here? I don't know what it was, but oh wait, the TML was coming. The missiles were coming from Heya's base, so Heya's the one who has been. Yes, this is it. You see, it's Artie. And it's a static Artie. It's a Gunter! Oh my goodness, did I miss that? NG killed by. What was that, guys? It's the Corsairs from a Resistance that killed NG. NG, who was so low on his health after killing Lady Avina, now gets killed by Resistance. His Corsairs. Another base for Stasek to take. He immediately starts building T2 point defenses. And he needs to for defense against those T2 tanks from Thalia that roll into the base. Must have been coming from here, of the land bridge. And this is nice, and it's a good old tactic that I have seen in many Canis games over the years. The 4 years that I'm doing this online. But I've seen it lately, the last 2 years, I think, not so much as it used to. But here it is. Cyber Navy from W. Navy T2 Naval Factory HQ producing destroyers. Now the destroyer here, let's take a look at the factory queue. Some destroyers all day. Setting up a little base here with hives, which are obviously going to assist the naval factory. And now he could just send these ships over here. Already has a cruiser lying in wait for some air protection, and Nova is sending in some bombers, 4 actually. One misses, the second one 2, and 2 retreat. And this is why well, you start a cruiser not very long after you have some destroyers, I think, here, so that's a good choice. Also, the Cyber destroyers also can hit land units, so those little NGs don't have a chance at all. Well, I see this, I'm wondering, the bombs from the cruiser that hits the land units actually looks the same as the bombs coming from the destroyer. I'm just wondering if it's the same in damage. I can't imagine. Anyway, some harbingers from EA now turning up, and this is what he has been doing all game. He's been ecoing to make these lethal weapons of death. Actually, that's a tautology. Death is lethal, right? I think. Well, okay, the harbingers 1-2 are almost down. Thanks to these Zuis and the cruiser and the destroyer. Anyway, the base is going down, and now Heya is sending his army to the left. So let's see what happens. Tastic. Let's take a look at the air totals. It's 30 ASF versus Erika's, well, let's see, 34. Stasik has a little less ASF. He has a T3 bomber strolling, flying around here. Thalia wants to see what's going on in this base, and then he scouts and sees the absolute sickness of the mass totals that Stasik must be sitting on. Almost 200, if not more, because he's assisting this factory really hard. The unit's almost done. And no, actually I think it's 200, so okay, well, he's making bombers, T3 bombers. Some not that. Novas are also lying in wait, and looks like they can wait to be used. Thalia says, help me to build a GC please. So did he start a GC somewhere? No, I think it's a yes, he did. So it's 1/3 now. Stasik is sending his air forward, and then he discovers how many ASF Hero Capones has. Resistance, though, is now under attack from Heya's Harbingers. Oh man, that is so much Harbingers. Stasik sending scouts again, killing the shields. I think that must be 5 T2 point defenses. Resistance building T2 point defense, and bombers from Stasik hitting Resistance Commander 1, 2, 3, 4, and Harbingers do the end job. And Resistance is being killed by Heya. So Resistance bows out at minute 22. That was a successful kill, but now Stasek loses his ASF. All of them actually, and Erika, well, almost none. Now Thalia also starting a air build. Assisting victory with 10T1 NGs. Stasek does kill the air grid from Erika. We want to... I don't think this is an air HQ, no it isn't. So the air HQ down for Erika. And Stasek starts building ASF again, trying to replenish his numbers. More Harbingers from Heya are joining the field over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 are damaged. W comes out of the water and said, "Nope, thank you, I'm going back, bye." And then again he, well, turns around. And then again he's going back. Yeah, that's too much Harbingers to attack with your Cybran commander. They're not near water. With only a T2 upgrade also, I'm not sure he has overcharge. Oh well, I can see it, so I don't see any energy storages here. Oh yeah, he does 1, 2, 3, so he does, but still, with that gun, really dangerous. Now, Heya sends this little group of Harbingers over here to kill the factory, I think. Look at this, power generators go down, T1s, they don't survive. W sends 2 T2 destroyers to take care of the Harbingers, but it's not enough yet. Erika is circling with her SF army, and Stasek sent in his air superiority fighters to kill off 4 bombers. I'm not sure if that was worth it. He loses like 10 SF there. Although he can keep replenishing his ASF army. And this is why. So W is sending in his destroyers. You know, a guy would say naughty naughty walkie walkie right on the land. Together with Thalia's Galactic Colossus that he finished. This thing is under attack though by Nothas from Nova and from Nova's Jotha, and I think yeah that will go down. So that's a nice mass dump that Team 2 could put into, well, whatever they wish. They absolutely need more defenses. Stasek reacting, sending in some Corsairs. I mean, he doesn't, the Cerberus doesn't have the range to take care of the destroyers. He could build T2 artillery that could deal with it. Maybe also deal with the snipers. It's not long, and Erika and Thalia will send their SF to patrol right over here. If Stasek keeps doing that, at least that's what I would do if I were in Team 1. Let's see what the other air is doing with attacking units. I mean, they have actually, yes, there is Erica with her ASF. Curious what they are doing. They have the air advantage over Stasik. I think they should use it. Aya is just making more Harbingers. Use them to great effect to kill off this nasty factory here. Stasik is all the time just rebuilding the mass extractors that die and need to take it here, but still, first in air battle, he loses his ASF, then he can't replenish his ASF enough because there's a combined push from here to right into his base, so he needs to defend, and now he has to rebuild it again. Still, Team 2 is holding really well. So let's take a look at this base over here, what's happening. You know, Thalia is actually going full air, full T3 air. That's a lot. What is he building? That's his F2. He's building T3 engineers there. Upgrading his mass extractor, starting another Colossus. Yoda, 2-star Yoda with some T3 mobile shields. It's, well, taking mid. Google now build an experimental, finished it. It's, also Yoda started another one. And T1 is now ahead, I think, on mass totals. So they're spiking. Okay, so yeah, Stasek does have most as a player. The other ones are, I think, a little behind to their mirrors. Anyway, look at this. A nuke that has been queued. There it is. The missile launcher. Strategic missile launcher. Stasik still prioritizing his ASFs. So that's definitely less than Erica and Thalia have, so 40 and 51. Oh my goodness, I missed this little cloud of ASF over here. Two more experimentals halfway for Team 1. And the chicken that strolled was this base. Killed these land factories off, now strolling to the right. Maybe it's going to cross the hill or just trying to defend. With their heads just sticking above the water. Always nice on Canis. You think that you're safe? Well, actually, no, you're not. Some players do place their commander right in this little spot here. In deeper water. And then as you see from Heya turns up. The 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Cerberus turrets open fire. The Galactus Collectors. No, it's the GC, let's just call it that. Now taking also fire from T2 gunships, and the Galactic Colossus turns around. Also inside of the Yotha from Google that's turning up. Yeah, that was a nice contamination over there. Again turning around, doesn't know what it wants. Only wants chicken blood. I think it will get it, at least quite a good percentage. The Galactic Colossus, 100k of health versus 70. Almost a draw. That will be a close one. Oh man, he's winning. Absolutely hilarious. Got a vet now, has a vet now. Gunship still hitting the Colossus. Has he some siege tanks, but Colossus won't care. And then finally goes down when the Lightning Storm from the chicken hits it, combined with those 4 siege tanks. I have to zoom out, see what's happening on the other side. Sometimes it happens so fast. Oh my goodness, he's now static. He's now prioritizing his nuke. Starting a megalith besides it. I think you can call this a rush. Not a rush at the beginning, but a rush in the middle of the game. Let's see if they have SMDs. That's an SMD. A little late though. And that's an SMD, and that's terribly late. It must be scouted if they make one now. And yes, it is. They can see it. Good for them. Wondering what Stastic is doing with his meds. Well, can't put it anywhere. He's overflowing. That's going right into his teammates' coffers. Funny, though Neolim can't spend the mass himself. Nova also has a full mass bar. Heya, the only one who has enough build power to put it into something. So what are they doing? And it's now that Nova sends his engines over here. I think they just are missing build power. So tell me otherwise if you think differently in the comments, or maybe you saw something else. What's happening here? Look at this. Nihilim now making more hives. And that's a good choice. You have so much mass. Hey, yes, commander's being pinged. Not sure why. I think they just want to say he's very exposed. What's funny though, Team 1 just... I mean, they have the air advantage. Man, they have an air advantage, I think 2 or 3 times. They're not using it. Stasek, and they could have killed this. They really could have killed this with bombers. Just airlock the guy. I mean, it does have SAMs, but the nuke is launched. There it goes. It's... Oh, it's not loaded. So does that mean that Thalia didn't see that Stasek was building a nuke? Boom! Thalia's base goes up in radiation plumes of death. The GC though, standing there proudly. That didn't die, so he does have some build power, and he got to keep his Coronas. Oh, it's so fitting, you know, these days. Didn't even bother to move his air. Not sure why. Maybe you thought, well, he's going for the part over here. Makes most sense. doesn't it? And that's what happened. Still though, not taking advantage of their air advantage. I want to know why. Maybe they're just thinking, no, air snipe, not most of the times. You win with air snipes, but sometimes other ways are more fun. And somehow I get the feeling that the higher the ranks goes, the less pros make use of air snipes, just because they think it's too easy, and maybe because it's more pro to show what you're capable of with making land units and getting maxes and winning terrain, slowly grinding it down until you're actually standing in the base of your enemy. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many is that? Oh, 7 gunships, T3s, from Thalia running towards the Yoda, which has been sent by Nova. But this is a big experimental push. One chicken goes down. Nova sends a second one. That's half health. The Iron Storm is down some units, but it doesn't take down the GC. Now the other Iron Storm will. GC trying to go back. 2 Iron Storms on its body, together with a Megalith from Stasik. Another Megalith from Nova turning up at front. Nihilim is now creating a Monkey Lord. Let's see how they're doing with their mass banks. It's empty now. Almost. Yeah, it's empty. Stasek is empty. Nova does have most. Doing Megaliths. Stasek still producing the Nuke, but mostly producing ASF and prioritizing this Monkey Lord. And look at this push, guys. Oh my goodness. 2, 3 chickens, a GC and a Megalith. Sending it in. Stasek making more point defenses. A Megalith from Nova goes down. 2 chickens rolling into the base. Come on, Google, send this one. I mean, if a chicken almost dies, you should send it in. But he doesn't. A Monkey Lord from Nihilim, which wasn't finished yet, I think, goes down. Gunships from Nova, T2 gunships. A Monkey Lord from Stasik goes down, freshly created, but never saw the daylight for long. And there it is, the air advantage that Irka and Thalia have. They use it to kill the ASF and the gunships. This is a push, oh my goodness. The Yotha from Google still has 15, 14, 10k, it's 5 stars now. Another one, 4 stars. Another one, it doesn't have stars, but still it's killing the base here. No PDs from Stasek left. And the Mega kills Stasik's commander. SACU walking towards the water. Nova is in here. 1 chicken from Google takes care of the GC that Heya sends in. He's so far away from the other base. And Heya says GG. The rest of this team trying to clear up this base. Another guy goes down. That's Heya. And Nihilim gets killed by Google. I don't think that's correct because his commander was here. The message is not always correct, and this time The push wins. So the nuke, well, this base got killed from Thalia, but it couldn't stop the pushover. Absolutely amazing, guys. So that's how you rush a nuke in the middle of a game. And it worked, didn't it? So it's just that the express at the end was too much. So for more huge battles like this, click the next video. Let's say 4v4 on Badlands. Hard to find these days and a true gem, so enjoy.